All right, everybody, thank you for your patience and waiting. We're just getting some new people trained up so that we can have this move be nice and smooth every week for you. So I'm just getting some texts in here. So people that are not knowing what's happening, we're here. This is the workout. So thank you for coming. Welcome back, everybody. We've been away for a while from our Thursday workouts with the holidays. So I'm really excited to see a lot of you in here. This is really awesome. Just getting a nice jump start on your fitness again in already mid-January. So today what we're going to be doing is a little bit of everything. So we're going to be doing a little bit of push, a little bit of pull, some core work, and some breathing today, okay? So what we're going to need for equipment, if you have a release ball or a tennis ball, we are going to do some release work at the beginning. So you can have that handy. I'm just going to use my hands because most people are just going to be using their hands. And then if you have some type of light weight, let's just say if you haven't done anything over the holidays, you may not need weight. Otherwise, we're looking at like a soup can type weight, probably anybody in here, probably nothing over 3 pounds. So just something nice and light, water bottle works, soup can, whatever. Some type of really light band would be really nice, okay? If you're not sure what that means, just have a couple, if you have a couple different options, just have a couple bands near you and have a choice, okay? So band, and then we're gonna have a trusty dowel. So I think most of you have a dowel. So something like this, or a dragon boat paddle, or an umbrella, or a dead hockey stick, whatever you have lying around would be good. And that's all we're gonna use today. So I'll give you a second or two to gather those things, and we're going to get started right away just with some of our breathing, okay? So we're going to have, first we're going to have our hand on our chest, okay? And we want to think of, I just want to see some contrast first. So we're going to put our hand on our chest, and I want everybody to take some nice big inhales, but filling their chest with air. So we want to puff the chest up on the inhale, and then let it all go and let that chest sink down. Okay, we're going to try that again. Inhale and exhale. Good. Okay, now we're going to do 2 more just like that. Inhale and exhale, and last time. Inhale and exhale. Good. Okay, now I want you to take your other hand and we're going to place it right on our tummy. Okay, so now we're going to do the opposite. We're going to try and expand in the belly as we do our inhale, and the chest shouldn't move. So I'm going to keep my hand here just so that I can tell that my hand isn't going to move. We're only going to be expanding in the belly. So here we go. Big inhale through the belly. Belly should expand, and then exhale, nice and gentle, belly sinks. Okay, so if I'm sitting sideways, here we go. Belly inhale, expand, and then exhale. Belly sinks in. See that? Okay, let's do 3 more here. Inhale and exhale. This will be easier for some of us than others, and that's okay. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. Good. Awesome. Okay. We are going to, sorry, I just saw a comment that Linda had her hand up, but I'm not seeing where that is. So if anybody has any questions or comments, just a reminder, you can just write it in the chat box and I will get back to you and answer your question or comment as soon as I can, okay? Otherwise, okay, thanks, Linda, appreciate it. Okay, so now we're gonna come into the pec. So we're gonna dive right into those muscles that can be very tight. And if you have breast tissue or you're a female, we want to go back and in and underneath. So we want to be in down here. So like really back and in there. If you're a male, it's going to look a little different because you don't have the same breast tissue. So you're going to be right across. Okay. So getting into that, the areas that feel maybe tight or rock hard. Sometimes some of us don't have pain or discomfort, but we have a lack of mobility. So you want to think of, if you can't find anything that's tender, where is it feeling like it's not moving? Everything in here should be really gooey and fleshy and moving really nice. And a lot of times it gets locked up. So find the areas that are just, they're not moving so much. Okay. This arm is just relaxed at your side. Okay. Getting in there, keep going, keep getting into that spot. Okay. Excellent. And then we're going to come right up into the neck right away. So we're going to, I just support my elbow like this so that my arm doesn't get too tired, and you're going to come right into the neck here. There's another good point to this as well. I've had a few of you mention that you don't ever find tightness in here. And I've never met anyone without tightness here. So if you don't have a spot that you can feel that's painful, like I said, go where it feels rock hard and just start to make little tiny circles and bring the blood flow to the area, that area, or try and just separate. We want it to be moving. The skin should move really freely up there. So we're trying to separate the fascia with the muscle. Okay, so just get it to move freely. Don't maybe necessarily focus on where it's hurting or feels tender, because that's not always going to be an accurate place for you. Okay, if you have those spots that you feel, then definitely you're in the right spot. Hang out there, but not everybody is going to feel the same way. Okay, so now we're going to pin that area. You're going to pin and push the hands down and then pull the head away. Okay, try it again. Pin and then we pull. Okay, and you just saw my adjustment there. Just a reminder, we should all be sitting as tall as possible while we do this. And 5. Pull 6. So we're pin and then pull away. 7. Pin and pull away. 8. Pin and pull away. 9. Pin and then we pull away. 10. Good. Shake that out. Okay, other side into the pec. So getting right in there behind the breast tissue, getting right into the muscles. Okay, they're deeper. Finding those areas of either rock hard or tender. Okay, keep going. Okay, getting right up in there, making some difference. And then from there, we're going to come right up into the neck. So tiny little, almost like seesawing forward and back, trying to find the areas that are either tender or maybe it feels like a guitar string. That's always a good sign of where we need to be. Okay, or just maybe it's rock hard. Okay, then find the spot that you want to stay at for the next 10 releases. So get in that spot, find it. Maybe it's the most rock hard area or the area that's a little bit more sensitive. And you're going to press, and then, so you're pinning it, and then you're going to pull that ear away. Okay, and then again, pin, pull. Notice how my chin is staying facing the monitor. Okay, so as we do the pin, I get a lot of this, right? Or this, right? It's just an ear tip. Keep that chin facing forward. Okay. And again. That's it. 7. And this is 8. If I'm going too fast, that's okay. Sometimes it's good to slow these down a little bit. Okay, so don't worry about that. And excellent, good. Okay, we're gonna do some nice big shoulder rolls. So starting, shoulders come forward. So we're just gonna move those shoulders after we release some of those tighter muscles and see what's feeling a little different here. What are we noticing? Okay, and this is 9, and that's 10, and now we're gonna reverse it. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. This is 9 and 10. Awesome. Okay, now we're going to bring the arm up. I just bring it to like the back of my head, and we're going to do some nice little slaps along the lat here. Trying to slap all the way to the back of the body as best as you can. So same thing, just trying to wake up, get some sensation to this area. We're going to be using these muscles a lot. Okay, so waking them up. And then we do the same thing on the other side. So finish that up, get the other hand above the head, hold it against the back of the head if you need to, and then we're waking up the other side. Okay, this isn't to hurt yourself, it's just to get some sensation and some blood flow going. Okay, sometimes this is the best way to figure out which muscles we're supposed to be recruiting and when. So if we don't ever make that mind connection as to what we're working. Sometimes we're just moving through space and we're not really being specific about what we're working, which can be fine in a certain situation, but when you have someone guiding you and we're getting pretty technical on some of these exercises, it's really good to make the best of it. Awesome. Okay, we're going to do some easy neck rolls. So we're going to look to the side, roll the neck down, end up on the other side, and then roll the neck down. So that's like a half circle, and half circle, and half circle. Sitting up as tall as you can, half circle, and half circle. Nice. And now we're going to tip up. Center, tuck the chin, and center. Up, center, tuck the chin, and center, and up, center, tuck the chin. One more, and up, and center, tuck the chin, and center. Now we're going to bring the hands to the shoulders. We're going to make nice big circles with the elbows in space. Here we go. 1, 2, painting huge circles with those elbows. 3 and 4. This is 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9, 10. And on 10, we're going to kiss in front, kiss, and then reversing it. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Good, everybody. 7 and 8. This is 9. And then on the 10th one, we're going to kiss. Very nice. Reaching up. 1. Pull imaginary rope down from the ceiling. Other side. 2. If you want to stand and do this warm up, you can. 3. Otherwise, we're sitting tall. 4. Trying to not use the backrest of your chair if possible. So you can always prop yourself up with something, a towel, a yoga block, a small ball, whatever you need to try and use those postural muscles. We want to sit as tall as we can. When you need the back of your chair, that's fine, but always trying to start using your core muscles as best as you can. Good. Okay, and arms are going to extend. My fingers are splayed open, and then we cross and hug. And then the opposite hand is going to go on top, cross and hug. Good. Here we go. Hug. And here we go. And hug. Probably feels really good to move if this is your first time moving in a while. I think most of you in here have actually been moving. I've seen you at park or we've met online already, so that's great. And excellent. Give yourself a hug. Try and twist. And other side. Try and twist. Even if you don't feel like you can go very far here, I still need to take your eye gaze. At least try and look over to the side. Get that look there. Okay, 3 more each side. 1. Breathing. And this is 2. And this is 3. And this is 4. Last 2 to be even, and 5. That's 3 each side, everybody, and 6. Excellent. Tucking the chin, rounding the spine, going all the way down to the floor, rounding full. Slowly, slowly coming up. Eyes to the sky right away. Hands behind you if you can, and bring your shoulder blades to your back pockets, like down. Okay, so we're getting a nice big C curve out of the back. So this is spinal extension. Then we do the flexion again. So tuck the chin, rounding in the spine. We're trying to make 2 big C curves out of the back, but in 2 opposite directions. Take a few seconds down here. Take a breath. Slowly rolling up. Hands behind you, eyes to the sky, shoulder blades in your back pockets, and reach. Heart up to the ceiling. Deep breath here, everybody. We're going to do 2 more. Tuck the chin, rounding in the spine, all the way down. Should be a nice feel-good stretch. Reminder, if you have any rods in your back, this won't look the same as mine, and that's okay. You're just going to do what you can. Hands behind you, eyes to the sky, heart up to the ceiling. Lift. Good. We have 1 more today. Tuck that chin, rounding in the spine, all the way down. Slowly rolling up, hands behind you, eyes to the sky, heart to the ceiling, and get that arch in that back. Think of those shoulder blades in your back pockets. And slowly come on up. Excellent. Okay, we're going to take our hand and we are going to find the spot right in between our shoulder blades. So I'm just going to touch right here, okay? If you can't reach that, grab your dowel and give yourself a tap right in that same spot, okay? This kinesthetic awareness is super important for us to find the area in our back, especially if you don't get touched back there a lot, right? So find that little spot. Now I want you to think of a blueberry being right there. We're going to take the dowel and I want you to squeeze the blueberry as you pull the dowel into your chest. That's it. And then extend. And then we do that again. Pull the dowel into your chest and extend. Keep going. Squeeze and extend. Good. Squeeze and extend. Nice. Squeeze and extend and squeeze. Keep going here. This is 8 and this is 7. Breathing. 6, 5, 4, 3, good, 2, and this is 1. Nice. Now we're going to bring it up and over the head. Notice how my chin does not go up. I'm not looking at the dowel. I'm looking straight ahead, and then the dowel comes all the way down. Okay. Trying that again. Up and all the way down. If you're doing this standing, you should have a slight bend in your knee, and the rib cage should not be popping open. Okay. And again. And again. 3 more, everybody. And 2. And 3. And relax. Good. Okay. Put that dowel aside for just 1 little second. You're going to grab your soup can. And we're going to do a little bit of a rotation, but we're going to dip the soup can down as you rotate and then come back to center, okay? We're going to do all one side. So we're going to dip, rotate, and then center. Dip, rotate, and center. That's it. In and 4. We're going to do 20 here. 5, 6, and 7. Think of rotating through the belly button. You are halfway here. 1 and 2. Be very methodical about your movement, really precise. We're not throwing anything away. And 6, 7, and 8, 9. 1 more. Right into the other side. Here we go. 1. This is 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7. Keep breathing. If you're not at my tempo, pick a tempo and stick with it. So just be smooth. You're over halfway on this side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's 1. Excellent. Okay, we're going to do all that again. So get a sip of water if you need it. And just to review, we're going to start back with your dowel presses. So we're pulling in like there's a shoulder blade squeeze, scapular squeeze, dowel around the, we call these around the world. And then we'll go into our rotations. Okay, so grab a sip of water. Friendly reminder, all of these exercises are found on the Ocean Insider Club. So a lot of you that are have memberships, I give the names so that you can always go back and look these up again in case you need a little bit more tips or a technique or video. You can watch the videos on how to do them a little better, okay? Or maybe how to change them up or adapt them even more for your own abilities. So just a heads up, if you have any questions or comments about that, you can always write it in the chat and I'd be more than happy to give you the names again. All right. Starting with your dowel again, here we go. So find if you need to retap, you can bring your hand back or you can just retap that spot. Okay, if you feel like you have a pretty good squeeze, don't worry about it, but I would never turn that down if you're not sure. It's always better to do that and actually make our movement more technical than just going through the movement, okay? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we pull. Think of pulling, good. So we're really, it's like we're gonna break the dowel across our chest and we're keeping a nice tall spine. That's it. Squeeze. We're doing a few more on this set. Big pull. Okay, if you have any compromised core function and if you bring your arms to full extension and you fall forward, then don't bring them so far forward. Just go to your limit to where you're not going to fall forward and then you get to bring them back. That's it. Good. And now we're going to go up and around the world. So bring the dowel up, keep the chin like you have a peach right here. So we're not looking at the dowel at all. We're going to look straight ahead. 2, 3, 4. Nice, everybody. You should feel your back body working here, probably a little bit in your shoulders. This one we're keeping at 10. Nice, everybody. Last one here. And you're done with the dowel. Good. Put that aside. Grab your can. I'm going to start on the opposite side of what I started on before. I would prefer you to start on your non-dominant side. So probably the side that you just didn't start on the first time. Okay, here we go. 20 in each direction. 1, 2, 3, go. Sweep and then back. Sweep. Okay, if you're sitting and you feel your feet, I want you to push into the floor or the foot plates while you're sitting here. Some people might want to use a yoga block or a bender ball in between their knees. The knees shouldn't be moving around as you do this rotation. The only thing rotating is from your belly button. The feet, the legs, all that, hips shouldn't move. There's no little wiggle party down there, okay? Just something to think about in case you need more to think about. That's it. Last 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5, 6. Keep going. 8, 9. You're doing awesome. One more, right into the other side. Here we go. Reach, breathe, exhale, rotate. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you're halfway here. Keep moving. This is 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. Nice, everybody. 6, 7. This is 8. This is 9. One more. 10, and relax. Okay, we're going to move on. So a new circuit. So you can just forget the one we just did. Grab a little sip of water. And we're going to start with our band this time, okay? So grab your band and we're going to set ourselves up. So we're going to start with a bent over row. So this is where if you had more than one band, you might want the thicker band for this. If you're not sure what we're doing, and most of you I think know what we're doing. But if you've never done this, then maybe start with a light band. You can always move up. Okay, so I'm going to move the monitor down so you can see. So either if you're sitting on the floor, you can just put the band and hook them under your feet like so. If you have foot plates, you can usually hook the band under the foot plates or on the sides of your chair by the wheels. You can roll over the band and pick it up, whatever you need to do. Okay, so that's what it looks like down there. Now I want you to have something on your lap. So it can be something like a roller, like this. It can be a little blanket, something that's just going to give you a nice elongated spine. So as we're down and round here, we don't want to be rounded around, okay? We want to be nice and long in the spine, okay? So I'm going to be grabbing the band here, and then what we're going to be doing is a row, okay? So we're going to be taking the band, rowing, and then there, okay? Squeeze. Hopefully you can see this. Row and down, okay? So I'll give everybody a couple seconds, and then we're going to get started. You shouldn't be watching me while you're doing it, so I'm not going to get too picky with how you can see me doing this, because our eyes should be down, okay? So here we go. I'll just do it and count with you. 3, 2, 1, and we're going to row. We're thinking of squeezing the shoulder blades together, just like you did with the dowel, okay? And the elbows are driving up to the ceiling behind you. That's it. I'm at 7. Big pull 8. I'm going to give everybody an option. You can do 12 to 15, depending on the band. If 12 feels easy, take it further. Okay. Feet are flat on the floor. Lifting that chest. Okay, and then you're going to leave the band down there to make things simple. So you can just let it go like I did, and then come back up and meet me up to seated. Okay, if there's any questions or comments about that, please write it in the chat. I'd love to help. It's a little more technical with the way we set it up, and everybody has a bit different setup, so not a problem. From there, we're going to add a push. So we're going to have the soup can in one hand. Okay, other hand is either stabilizing on your chair, on the rim of your chair, or it's down at your side. Okay, our push is going to be with the elbow forward. So we're not here. It's going to be forward here. So I can see the bottom of your soup can. Okay, from there, you're going to think of extending the arm up and then bringing it right back to 90 degrees. So my elbow is front. We're not down here. Okay, so if I face sideways, see how my elbow, it's right at my chest height, like a table. We're not going to drop it down. Okay, this is the biggest mistake I see when people do a press. So make sure you're here, and it goes up and then just to there, up and then just to there. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Push and push. Good. And remember, you don't have to use weight with this. If you're somebody that knows that just doing the endurance of your arm overhead is a lot, you don't need to use anything. You just pretend. Nice, everybody. One more. And bring it down, switching to the other side, getting ready. So I should be able to see the bottom of the can or the end of the weight. 3, 2, and here we go. 1, press. Just to 90 degrees. So it's like you're hitting a table. Nice. One more, everybody, breathing. 10 and relax. Good. Okay, in the beginning, we did our little rotation. So we did this and we did it off to one side. Now we're going to do it both. So we're going to go through and then through right to the other side, kind of like a kayak motion. And we're going to take that for 1 minute. So you have the choice to use the weight. If you used one at the beginning of the workout, I recommend continuing. If you didn't, then you can go with nothing. Okay, we're doing 1 minute together, no stopping in the middle. So it's just here, right away, here, right away, here, right away, moving through. Getting ready in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Exhale and exhale, rotate. Feel those feet in the floor. There should be no wiggle parties in the hips. Nothing is moving except belly button up. So nothing below your belly button should be moving around. Push your feet into the floor and that will help you get some stability. Okay, we need to be solid. That's where your core is, right? All of this movement radiates from your core. Okay, you are 30 seconds in. Nice, everybody. Keep going. Keep moving. Do your best. Feel your heart rate coming up a little bit. Maybe you're getting really, really warm. Just keep moving. You have 8 seconds left. Staying as tall as you can. This is 3. This is 2. This is 1. And relax. Okay, I'm going to time you 30 seconds. You get a break. And then we're going to do that circuit again. So we have our bent over row with the band. Okay. That's our starting. We have 10 seconds. So have your weight handy, but not using it quite yet. My band's already set up down there. So do what you need to do to set up. We're going to start with the bent over row. Okay. And I'll just put my camera again down so we can see. Okay, here we go. So it's all set up. I'm going to grab it. Okay, doing a nice bent over, elongating through the crown of the head. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Driving those elbows back and squeeze. Driving the elbows back. Nice. Okay, 12 to 15, depending on your band tension. Elbows are staying in at the ribs. That's it. Nice deep breathing. 3 for me, 2, and that's 1 for me. Excellent. Okay, you're gonna leave the band down there. I'm gonna give you a couple seconds to finish that. You're gonna grab your weight. This time you're gonna start on the opposite side that you just started with. So I'm gonna start left. I should see the end of the weight. Here we go. Table, 3, 2, and we press. Nice and smooth. Nice, everybody. Breathing, 2 more here. Keep that peach under the chin. There's no reason to look at the weight. Okay, so watch we don't take our eye gaze and try and look up. That's going to make it 10 times harder. Okay, here we go. Other side, setting up the table, bottom of the weight I can see. Other hand is stabilizing or hanging at your side. 3, 2, and 1. Elbow stays forward. Nice, everybody. 2 more. And relax. Okay, getting ready. Our timed kayak movement with our soup can or our weight. Here we go. 3, 1 minute, 2, and here we are. Not stopping in the middle. So we're just rotating right through. Nice big movement. Okay, nice and tight. Think of getting taller with every dip into the imaginary water that you do, or every rotation. Good, rotating. Keep going, breathing. Feel those feet in the floor. No wiggle party in the hips. Keep going. You are over halfway just now. You've got this. Push. Excellent job, everybody. Okay, we have about 10 seconds left. Keep moving. Don't slow down your pace. It'll start to feel a bit slower by the end. Keep it going. 2, 1, and recover. Okay, everybody, we're doing 3 rounds today. I'm going to time your rest. I'm giving you 40 seconds this time, and then we're starting back at the bench over row. This is a good time to ask any questions or make any comments if you have any. Okay, I'm not seeing much in the chat, so I'm going to take that as a good sign, but I'm happy to answer any questions anyone has. Sydney, I'm glad you made it. We have 10 seconds, and then we're going to do this circuit one more time. Thanks, Janice. All right. Are we ready? So moving this down again, we can see that my band is all set up, but you guys should probably just be focusing on yours by now. Okay, getting into your position. Nice elongated spine right through the crown of the head. Okay, and we're gonna bent over row in 3, 2, and 1. Elbows get driven back and behind. Nice and tall. Eyes are on the floor. 5, 6. We should be feeling the work here right in between those shoulder blades. If you're feeling it all in your neck, then we need to adjust, okay? And just let me know. Typically, it's because we're not bent over far enough or we're rounding in the spine. Okay, so those are 2 corrections you can think about. I have 5 here, 4, 3, this is 2, and that's my 1. Good, and then you can actually take the band out. We're not gonna redo that one. We've done our 3 rounds. Okay, meeting you back up here, getting ready for your overhead press. So I've done a starting side on my right and my left, so I'm just gonna pick a side, doesn't matter. Okay, if you know you have a side that you wanna work on, so for example, if you have MS, sometimes it's really helpful to start with your stronger side, and then the other side can actually help. It mirrors it. It's a good way to teach those motor patterns. So for any of you that are always wondering which side to do, if you do have something like MS that you're living with, it would be good to always start with your dominant side, just so the other side can do the mirroring, okay? Here we go, 3, 2, and we're off. 1. Nice, everybody. Feel grounded, get taller with every press. And that was my 10, okay? Other side. Remember the tabletop, elbows forward. Watch we don't get into this. This is a different press. Okay, here we go. Bottom, 3, 2, and 1. Getting as tall as you can. 4. That's it. And 1 more for me. And relax. Okay, getting ready. 1 minute. This is your last time with these kayak movements. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Feet are planted. Really rotating, focusing on your breath. Nice, everybody. Keep moving. You are about halfway right here. That's it. "15 seconds. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Awesome. Good. Okay. Get a little bit of sip of water, and then based on the group we have in here today, I'm just going to give a little bit of a different workout. We're just going to target a little bit of the lower body because a lot of us in here are either ambulatory or we actually have a lot of strength and motor function still in our hips. So I'm going to take my face away and we're going to bring it to my hips and feet. Okay, so if you're standing, you can do this standing. Otherwise, actually, it's not a bad idea to do it seated. So everybody's going to sit, we'll just say, okay, for the most part. okay? And you're gonna be looking at my hips. So from wherever you are, I want you to sit tall. And what I want you to do is focus, we want to think right here in the hip creases. And I want you to think as if you were gonna lift your knee up to the chest, to your chest. So we're gonna think of lifting and then down, okay? But more importantly, when we do this, notice how I'm not changing here, okay? We're not doing this, right? We don't want to collapse the spine. So it's just a lift. Nothing else should change, okay? And it's okay if you don't get movement. If you have no movement in your leg, you can even put your hand here up at your hip and just try, right? And you're gonna feel right in here, this will activate, okay? So even if you're not getting physical movement like I am, I still want you to put your hand here and do that mind-muscle connection. And I want you to think of lifting the knee up. And I promise you, you're probably gonna feel something in here. At least the people I know in this group today, you should all be able to feel it or get a little bit of movement here. Okay, we're gonna do 6 on each side. Here we go. So starting on my left. And we lift and then down. Okay, spine is long. Lift and down. And lift and down. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Okay, and this is 5, hold and down. If you can hold it, do it. 6 and then down. That's it. Okay, so be true to yourself. You shouldn't have any collapsing in the ribs. Okay, other side. Here we go. If you need your hand here, go for it. 3, 2, 1, and we lift, hold and down, getting taller. Hold, lift and down. And again, we're gonna lift and down. Good, deep inhale here. Belly breath, exhale, lift and down. Good, let's do 2 more. Lift and down. And again, we're gonna lift and down. Excellent, good. Okay, give those a little bit of a rub. All right, we are gonna do some kicks. So I'm gonna take this down even further. Okay, let's see if we can do this. I might have to move you back. So now I want you to think of kicking your leg. We're gonna kick and then bring it down, okay? And kick. Okay, so if this is like really hard or you have foot plates and every time you'd have to lift your foot and bring it under, then start with your heel out like this. So Janice, if you have your AFOs on, do this instead of bringing it under every time. Okay, if you're in a chair or something, bring it out, and then from there you can just kick and then just let it hang. Okay, same thing here, everybody. If you don't get a movement, I want you to put your hand on your thigh, and I still want you to think about it because I guarantee you're going to feel something light up here. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Kick, and then bring it down. And then kick, and then bring it down. Nice. I want you to focus right here. Kick, bring it down, sitting up tall. Kick. We're not ever sacrificing your spine posture. Okay, 2 more here, everybody. 1, and then down, and again, 1, and down. Excellent. You can bring your foot back, and then we're going to do the other side. Okay, so hands on the thigh. Even if you have full function in your legs, I still want you to get feedback because this will give us exactly the feedback that we need in our hands to realize what we're working here. Okay, hand here. Here we go. And we're going to kick and down and kick and down. Good. And kick and down and kick and down. Nice. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Let's do 3 more. 1 and down. And this is 2 and down. And this is 3 and down. Excellent. Okay, everybody, we have 1 more to do, and I'm just going to talk to you while we do this last one. So this is going to be a glute squeeze. Okay, so our glutes are butt muscles. Okay, and I hope I don't offend anyone by saying this, but I'm going to say it anyways because this is the best way to teach it. So I want you to think like if you were to hold in a fart, what would you do, right? You're a really loud fart's going to let out. What would we do? We'd clench our butt muscles, right? That's what I want. We're going to do 10, okay? So glute squeeze is what this is. So when I do it, you should see me move, right? So we're squeezing our butt muscles and then release. You almost might feel your pelvis move, right? Our pelvis might get tucked under and release, okay? Here we go. And exhale, squeeze, and then release. And squeeze and release. Good. And squeeze. Everybody should be seated while we do this. And release. And squeeze. And release. Take notice if you feel one cheek more than the other. Squeeze and release. And squeeze and release. Good. And again, squeeze and release. And again, squeeze and release. 3 more. Squeeze and release and squeeze. Good, everybody. 1 more and squeeze and release. Good. So totally weird, I know, but those muscles are very important. That's part of your core. And when we sit all day, we don't get to use them. And they're a huge activator of our core. They burn a lot of calories and they help us with transfers. So that's a really great one you can do just seated watching TV. People don't even need to know you're doing it. And that's just going to help keep those muscles alive and awake. Okay. It's also a really good precursor for those of you that are doing any glute work, like bridge work or sit to stands or pelvic peels or pelvic tilts or hip hinges or deadlifts. Okay. So take that with you. We're just going to finish with a little bit of a rotation today. So we're going to rotate, twist, and you're going to look over your shoulder and we're going to hold for 30 counts. Okay, holding. Good, and then we're gonna slowly move over and other side for 30 seconds. Here we go. Sitting up nice and tall. Last 6 seconds here. And slowly release. All right, everybody. So we did get into some technique today. If you have any questions or comments or concerns about anything we did today, I will be on for a few extra minutes to answer your questions. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you all next week, and I hope that you have a great rest of your week.